Hello everyone, it's Kay here, and today I'm here to share this little project with you that's right in front of me. Please excuse me if I'm not speaking as I normally do. I've got a bit of tooth bother, but I wanted to get this filmed and out there because I'm really quite pleased with how it came out. And this is the project I referred to in my last video. That's quite a large project to put together, and was directly inspired by Scrapdaworld, Tmika, who is just such a great crafter. She did the tutorial for this and I just fell in love with it and had to give it a go. So it looks like an ordinary album, I think you'd agree. I've just used quite a nice designer paper. This is, excuse the shadowing, I can't quite get over that. This is a very soft lilac, and I've used the wild orchid daisies. I just love them as a little decoration on the front with a doily, and just punched out some of the Martha Stewart leaves and used a little acrylic flower here which is clear and see-through, and I just put one of these little, I don't know what they're called, dots anyway, over the upright part of what I assume would have been the stamen of the flower. And I've gone on to use lilac ribbon and just a double little take here, because by virtue of how the album's put together, there isn't a whole lot of room to use a crocodile to make the holes to put the ribbon through. The back is absolutely plain. As you can see, I've just used these silver coloured corners, the metal corners, just to finish it off. And the spine is a bit fluffy if I show you. It's a teardrop, almost a teardrop lace, and I've just layered upon layer upon layer, as you can see, and just then allowed the little teardrop bits to fall as and when they will. And I've just anchored down the very bottom here to make sure that it all stays in place, but I thought that was really delicate and pretty. You open up the album and it's a double-sided concertina album, and it is just such a lovely thing to put together. I can't remember the name of the designer paper that I've used. I've had it for a long time, but just thought it suited this so well. And in each of the pockets are some plain tabs that I've just decorated the top of to put photographs on, to do a bit of journaling on the back. So each of the pockets has one of the tabs in situ, ready to be utilised by the recipient of the album, needless to say. So if I stand it up this way, you can see the pockets. There are 4 pockets in all, and they are concertina, so you are able to pull them open with the gusset. You could put all manner of memorabilia and so on into the pockets if you wanted to. You could keep, you could actually get 2 tabs in each of the pockets quite comfortably, and perhaps have photographs on one side and little memorabilia and bits and pieces in the pockets of the other side. I've utilised the paper and tried to coordinate where I can, and so even though this is the tiny little floral on the front, at the back there is the stripe, and I've done the same on this side, so both of the paper styles are within the pocket lining. The spine is just over 2 inches wide, so it does give room for quite a bit of extras to be put into the journal quite happily. So that again is another bonus. And the decoration is, of course, up to the individual once the whole thing is put together. And all I've done here is used a cardboard box and cut it down to the size that Tmika puts forward in her tutorial, and then lined it with the hammer card. I don't know if it's, oh, it is just about picking it up on the camera, and the two together actually make it quite a firm structure and, you know, quite nice to handle. The size of it is, roughly speaking, 7.5 by 5.5, I think. Don't quote me. Go along to Tmika's channel, Scrapdaworld, and check out her tutorial, which is very, very comprehensive, very, very easy to follow, and as I say, have a go yourself. It is so worth taking the time to put it together. And because of the concertina pockets inside, if you've not done journals before or albums and you're a bit concerned about decoration, the only pages that you're decorating, strictly speaking, are the two front ones and the spine here. All the rest are bits of paper just to finish off the whole amount. And again, you wouldn't want anything too dimensional if you want to put lots of photographs and things into the pocket. So for someone making an album for the first time, whilst it's quite heavy on materials, it's well worth it, because the pockets are made up out of paper, and the cover of, as I said, I used a cardboard box and some good quality 300 GSM card to line it up, and the rest, as they say, is how it looks when it's all put together. So again, well worth taking the time to do this little album. It really is a delight. So I'll close it up so you can see it one more time as it's finished. And if I pull those out, this is just a double layered satin ribbon. I do like to try and keep the colours coordinated and keep it all together, and it just blends in really quite nicely with the rest of the album. So I'll thank you for your time once again, and leave Tmika's channel link underneath the video so that you can go along if you're at all interested and check out the wonderful tutorial. Thank you for your time, everyone. Happy crafting. Bye bye for now.